Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I'm painting, can anyone guess? Flowers. Lots and lots of flowers. That's what I'm doing. So, I'm gonna do something a little bit different though. I'm gonna do a clump of flowers instead of a bouquet of flowers. It'll be okay. That's what I tell myself. No matter what, we just do what we do. We just random, make it work, have interesting looks. I don't know. So, thank you for coming on the journey with us. Owen helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So I have been doing a lot of these kind of, I don't know, daisy-ish kind of flowers, some style like that. So I've been trying to make myself do other things, but I'm stuck. I'm stuck with this right now, and that's okay. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. That's okay. Because, you know, it happens. We do, oops, I'm gonna hit this. It's gonna go flying everywhere. You're gonna go on a wild ride. I want like all these different paintings, colors and stuff, but then like I said, I get stuck where I'm just doing the same thing. But it's okay. It all works out. And really, you know, why not do what you want to do? Now, if you've watched before, you've heard me say a couple of things. I like to watch paint dry. In fact, I probably love to watch paint dry. It fascinates me to no end, and I can't even tell you why. But I love to watch paint dry. I think because once it starts drying, it changes everything about what's happening. And that, I guess, fascinates me. And like, especially depending on like the background color, then things really change and everything goes through all these stuff. So, the other thing is I always paint, when I'm painting flowers, I shouldn't say always, a lot of times, most of the time, I paint with one paintbrush, and you'll see that there is tons of colors on there from what I've already done. And I like that because when I go to put the colors on, it's truly like flowers. You know, if you look at a flower, even a red flower, a solid red flower, has variations and has different colors in with it. And that's like so fascinating to me, how even though it's just like a solid red, there's so many depths because of the way the sun shines on it, because of the way it turns, because of the way just it's made, and how the petals all fold into each other, and. So I like, when I'm creating these flowers, to just keep using the colors and putting the colors on top of each other, like this, where I'm like, that flower is truly done, but I'm just sticking another one kind of in there on top of it, mixing it in there. And that, I'm gonna be excited to watch what happens when that kind of dries. So this is what I get excited about. This is what interests me. This is what makes me continue to paint these things. Now sometimes I'll go in and I'll clean this off, and you know, kind of, but it's still got the colors in there. So they're still going to come out. They're still going to be, something at some point. But I still like doing that. I still like going through and kind of seeing what's happening. So we're just going to keep making these big, maybe they're kind of like dahlia flowers. I'm terrible with names. I joke all the time. I can't even say my favorite flower's name. I always call them grocery store flowers because they're absolutely, I am not like, there's fuzz on my thing. I am not like, I truly don't know all the names of flowers. I'm bad with names. And they're like Astromeliaria or something to this effect. And somebody said, do like the translate. And I thought, well, I do that all the time with Owen. Why didn't I even think about that? But even if I could tell you what the name was, and even when I've looked it up, I still have a hard time with the name. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I'm sure if you've ever been to the grocery store, they are usually like 3 bunches for $12 or something like that. They're the ones that have like tons and tons of colors. They kind of look like a little lily. They're beautiful in my mind. And I could just have those in every color. That is like, I don't know, that's like gold to me. They're just so pretty. So they are my favorite flower, and I could just look at them all day. But I can't say their name. So we are over here with green leaves. See, this is what happens when I have the random green leaves just in random places. They don't necessarily match to what I'm doing or what I wanted to do. And that's like how life goes. Life doesn't always go according to plan, nor do flowers. But we just keep moving them. We just keep moving them around until we get them where we need them to go. And tonight they feel a little abstract and messy, and that's okay. I need new paints. So this is the time, if anyone would like to buy a painting, that would make my day, because Mama needs some new canvases and some new paints. So, I need to get some new. The weather changes and my paints change, and I'm also running low on a lot of them. So that's what happens. So Owen and I went bowling today. We met some friends, and it was a lot of fun. I was excited because Owen actually had suggested it yesterday. He wanted to go. And so that made me very happy that he wanted to go. And so we went, and we had a grand old time. Then he wanted to go to what he calls the train depot, which it is, but he calls it the depot. We went, and it was good. He did good the first go round, and then when we went again, he started spitting and kicking the door, because after he told me he wanted to go a second time, he decided he wanted to go around a different way. But as I've tried to explain to him, even if it's something for him, if the person that's doing the driving doesn't know what he wants, it doesn't get him where he wants to go. And he's still kind of struggling with that, where he doesn't understand how to express what he wants right in the moment. Like, he will express it later, or then get upset because I'm not reading his mind ahead of time, even though he's told me the opposite of what he really wanted. So it's learning, and it's going through, And I'm trying to get him to understand that he has to work with me on things like that. And then that way we can go together and he won't get as upset about something when it's not going according to his plan. So, but all in all, he had a good day. He, that one little thing, he did so much better throughout the rest of the day. He just had a couple little moments here and there, and then bedtime. He did not want to go to bed, but I mean, really, who ever really does want to go to bed? Well, I always seem to want to go now, but so this one here is a little like, I don't know, it felt a little brighter with that dark burgundy than I wanted it to be in that spot. I don't know. I need a red or something over here, but that felt dark to me. So I'll just put some red over here and put some red up there, kind of in the moment. I probably need some more green. I like to put some random like green things because that just is like, I think I want a random flower that's like hanging out way down here, like in its little lonesome area down here. You can see I've got some of the green on the brush and it's kind of sticking in there. So then we're gonna fill it. Some of this berry color that I have. And it's gonna need, you can probably see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera or not, but there's these little bumps. They're air bubbles in my paint because the temperature is just crazy. So, oops, I hit the camera again, I think. I think I need a little orange. I have 2 cameras set up and I'm not quite used to where they are right now, and I still have yet to figure out, I guess I need to put one going one way and one going the other way so that I can film and talk at the same time, but I haven't quite mastered that. That requires me to think through how to get everything together, I suppose. One day I will get it all together. That is not today. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of add a little more green moment. Clean this up a little bit. It looks kind of, sometimes the brush doesn't, I don't push hard enough, or the brush is what it is and it doesn't go where it's supposed to go. So I think I need one more over here. I feel like it's missing a color or something. I need a little more. I feel like it needs a color of some sort. Like I'm missing a color, but sometimes that just happens where I overthink it all. So we're gonna put a little more pink right here. And I'm sorry if people have made any comments. The camera is literally like right at my face, and so I'm not looking at it but I will, after I turn it off, I will look. So I'm sorry if I've missed something, that if you've asked a question or something, I'm going to hit the camera again. Okay, so I always sign this O for Owen, because he helps me with the background, and then L and B. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching, and y'all have a great rest of your day. Toodles!